Alright, what up guys? It's Chrissy D, your girl on the scene today. I'm taking you out of the Hayesfield headquarters of Daily Cypher. I'm sitting down with the man himself,
Treach from Naughty by Nature. How you doing?
Hello, sweetie. How are you?
I'm good, I'm great. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for sitting down with Daily Cypher. We're such fans.
No problem.
So I hear congratulations are on deck. You were just awarded at the Underground Hip Hop Awards, honored for 20 plus years of iconic hip hop history.
Wow.
How was that?
Don't put my age out there.
Blank years of
20
iconic.
years.
Mad years.
No, they done passed like the wind. It's amazing. A lot of artists don't have the opportunity to be in the game as long, and you know it's really a blessing. So we take each step, each accolade, each award like it's the first one. It's like to the heart, and we love it because we love hip hop for sure.
Keeps you humble, right?
That's right. That's right.
I hear more congratulations are in order. We got an album coming up soon. It's 8 years in the making, right?
Well, no. Well, actually, it's like 8 years since even more since the whole group's been together.
Oh, okay.
Me and Ben, we stayed doing the tour and everything else. Kay, he had went out and he was doing more production and stuff, from Jaheim to Janae to Coffee Brown, Next, and a whole heap of stuff like that. So he wasn't on tour with us, but me and Ben, we stayed out there. We do like 150 shows a year since '91.
Awesome.
So we done that. Our last album, as far as me and Ben was concerned, was the Icons album on TBT in 2002. So this is the first album with all of Naughty, like since like 10 years, 12 years. So
tell me about this mixtape.
we're doing a mixtape. It's called Naughty by Nature featuring Garden State Greats. And it's like the Garden State Greats is Jersey, Garden State, of course. And we just have MCs all throughout Jersey that comes in the studio. Whoever got the hot tracks or had 16 bars ready at the time, they on it. They ain't like, no, you can't get on, you can't. Whoever's ready and got that fire, we in there.
I got a few bars in the closet. I'm from Jersey. You want to put me up there?
It's on. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, you know, Naughty by Nature is one of the biggest hip-hop stations to ever come out of New Jersey. And, you know, along with the likes of Redman and Lauryn Hill, the Fugees, everybody, like...
Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah.
Do you like to stay true to New Jersey? Is that something that's important for you guys to represent always? We're kind of an underrated state as far as the hip-hop scene goes.
Definitely. The start and the mecca of hip-hop is New York. So it's always, it used to be, if you ain't from New York, we don't even want to hear nothing from you. So it's like we've always been like the underlings of New York, like y'all close to New York, but y'all not New York. But once we came out and Latifah's, PRT, Poor Righteous Teachers, Redman, and King's Son, and the Flavor Unit as a whole, and just different artists that was out, Twin Hype, and Roxanne Shante, and Bismarck, and it was like, people was like, hold on, they got some flavor.
We gotta listen
Jersey got some
We gotta
flavor. Don't be slipping and sleeping. So it's like, it's just been a constant thing. Like, we don't have our own like radio stations and all that, so we might not get played first on the playlist, and so we gotta just keep that movement going. And Naughty, we always been keeping a movement. Like, we don't care where you from in Jersey. It's like, if you from Jersey and you got some skills, come see us.
Well, Daily Cypher is a totally New Jersey-based company, as you know, and we respect that so much. And thank you so much for keeping the hip-hop alive in this state, because honestly, there's a lot of fans out here, and you just said it perfectly. We're just a little close, but not quite there.
The best thing about it is like, it's not too many internal beefs in Jersey, and if it is, it's like, squash it. We got to make the movement pop off. So get it together here, yo, and we gonna have our movement. The South did it, the West Coast did it, the Midwest did it. It's like, yo, it's time for Jersey to really stand, because you go platinum in Jersey alone. You know what I mean? 5 of the boroughs fit all up into Jersey a few times. You know, so we have that audience and everything else, and now you've seen even from Jersey Shore, New Jersey Housewives, it's like Jersey-licious. They knowing it's something in Jersey.
We're starting to listen now, right?
Sopranos.
You guys definitely paved the way for a lot of New Jersey artists. I know a lot of people are very appreciative of that. I heard a little rumor that you filmed part of one of your recent videos from Anthem in Montclair, which is where we are right now.
That's right.
How was that?
We had some studio sets. We had some of the sexy women from Jersey coming through, putting it down. Oh man, it's a real sexy video. So get to know me better. The song actually was created by Vin. And he actually just met a girl at the stoplight. She happened to dance at a club in Jersey. And she Facebooked them and showed him stuff, and it inspired him to write the song. So Kay had the track, came together with it, and it was like, let's get to know me better. And it's like Jersey is bought up off of club music, club sensations, Zanzibar back in the days and all that. And it was like, that song, we never, like Naughty, never really done like a club song. You know what I mean? So that was
So
like...
this is the club jump now?
Oh my
This will be bumping in the club from now on?
More caliente.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're looking forward to. Yeah,
so it's a club banger.
All right, that's awesome. You know, you mentioned a little bit before about the concept of the digital single and everything. How do you feel like Naughty by Nature's been adapting to the changing game? Because it really has been so much. I mean, aside from now doing the mixtapes and things like that, is there anything else about like coming back into the scene that really surprised you about how much it had switched up?
Well, you gotta realize, like in the music game, if you do the history on it, every 10, 15 years, it's like it's always a different change. Whether you go from cassettes and vinyl to CDs to now iPods and downloads and boom, it's like, the thing is, if you're not ready, it's like if you surfing, you gotta ride the wave that comes, and if that wave go down, you got to ride the next one.
And then you gotta get wavy too. So
yeah, you already know. If you ain't in it to win it, you in the wet. And if you can't adapt to what's going on with the new, you know, I'm basically like computer ignorant or whatever else, but I won't call Wi-Fi Wi-Fi. I know enough to get it down and know I gotta switch up the style and get more into it. So you gotta get with the new age, the new generation, and the new music. You gotta see what the youngsters like, because it's, you know, hip hop is a new artist game, but it's like you can remain relevant as long as you stay consistent.
All right, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, you guys are really doing a great job, it seems like, of staying relevant. I mean, you can't bump a Naughty by Nature song without everybody going nuts.
It's a beautiful thing. It's like, we make records like, you know, we never knew what we was doing as far as like, all right, let's make a record that's going to last 20 years or whatever. We just did what was in our heart. So it's like, one thing we do with the changing game, we don't change to make something that sounds like what everybody else is doing. We keep our signature sound. We put it out like that, and it's like, it's just people throughout the years, throughout the countries, throughout the world recognize it and love it. It's amazing. We go to different countries, they don't even speak the language, but they know every song on the record.
But they know every word,
and they chanting it. And so it's like, we got to keep our aura going on, and that's going to bring back to us.
So we can expect that on the new album. It's going to be some old flavor and some new stuff too.
The new album is actually entitled Anthem Inc. And it's like, everybody always say, y'all are king of anthems. Y'all do the anthems. Y'all do. And it's like, we got party anthems. We got hardcore anthems. We got conscious anthems. We got positive. We got negative. We got, you know, all elements of just anthem songs that hopefully 20 years from now with the new album, they'll be listening to them and like, yo, this is what's in the game. And like, we don't come live and be like, how you feel about the new artists that's out and what they doing? It's like, that's our new generation. It's like, that's our seeds, our kids. It's like, you ain't going diss them or put them down. I feel as though
you don't feel like you're competing with them.
Oh, it's all a competition. It's definitely a competition. But it's like, I'm not going down them or degrade them. It's like, anytime through the years, excuse me, when Naughty ain't been out, we could have made a diss record to bring attention to us, and we don't do that. It's like, yo, if we feel as though something need to be changed in the game, we feel like, make that music that need to be heard. And it's like, we come from a different era. It's like, you couldn't even diss nobody because we'll meet you at your show and put it down Jersey style. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, so it's like, we like, keep it fun.
Yeah.
So looking back on all these years you've seen this music come so far and everything, is there one moment that you really think about, like, damn, that was like the craziest moment I ever had in the game? Like,
Or
I mean,
waiting for that moment?
It's a lot of games. Probably like some of the craziest moments that like just stick with me, just from where I'm from and what was doing is like times where me, Tupac, Biggie, and Stretch was hanging out, hitting the boroughs.
Can't even wrap my head around that, honestly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
All three of them resting, they gone now, but it's like, for me to remember, like, some of the most iconic people in the game I've broke bread with and been with. So that's probably like something that you just, it's just classic, priceless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our last Daily Cypher staff meeting, which was basically just a cipher, we all just sat down and watched Juice, like, start to finish, couldn't tear our eyes away from the screen.
Crazy.
We all really want to know, like, trying to broach the subject easily, but what was it like chilling with Pac? Like, what was he like? I just want to know.
Like how you seen him,
person.
like how you seen him out there and everything else. That was Pac. He like, if anybody know me, they could see me on the street and walk by, like, cause it's just I feel like I'm normal. I'm not nobody no higher than this person or that person. I feel like I'm a human like everybody else, and like we love the people. Like we'll be on the streets. We'll be in a club. You like, what the hell is you doing in this club? Like,
chilling.
The club is open. Well, I can't come in. No, we're bodyguards, and you like, yo, man, we cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We love the people. He was a people person. So misunderstood, like a lot of people that's misunderstood. A lot of people, you don't really appreciate them till after they gone. Then when you really feel out like how much you missed out on. But he was a soldier, you know what I mean? And he was like, he was way more than like what you see in like Thug Life. He was like a revolutionary, you know. He was really doing things to get the thugs around him so he could preach the message. You heard the Dear Mamas and Keep Your Head Up and all types of songs,
all the poetry like, and everything.
Exactly. So it was a different class of a whole different breed of a person. So it's definitely, it was just, memories is like you can take a lot of things from people, but you can't take the memories. So it's with me for life. For
That's
real.
awesome. That's awesome. And he knows you're marching on for him now.
Oh yeah, I keep his name on the streets.
Oh yeah.
14 years done passed since he done passed, and still it's like he ain't never gone. His records play today like they brand new, priceless, timeless songs. So that's what we was built on.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. And just thinking about him being like a real dude and everything.
Yeah, like,
life.
Although sitting down right now with you is
he would have been doing an interview for y'all today. Like the same way, like, what? Y'all want an interview? When? Let's go. You come to Montclair? When? You know, he had the Outlaws. He came to Jersey and got his clique. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that says a lot about him. He was from where he was from, but he embraced everybody. Like, it ain't where you from, it's where you at. And if you, I got love for you. We brothers and sisters no matter what.
That's fire. Well, rest in peace, Pac, always.
Yeah.
So when can we be copping this album?
Well, actually, we gonna let the people decide that. Like I said, we gonna be dropping these singles. We got Get to Know Me Better video that we just done. Got a lot of, actually, we gonna be on like presenting that through different outlets now. They've been playing on the underground stations and everything else. And this song called Flags with Bilal singing on it and Jaheim. And it's basically about the flags, like gang banging and, you know, like different countries. You see soccer, like everybody represents their flags. So it's like that type of thing. Because, like, you know, we came out when we first, with the first album, OBP, then the next song was Ghetto Bastard. So it wasn't like we was going to make 5 singles of OPP type songs. We got different concepts and everything else and things that touch the people. And it's like the majority is the minority. It's like the majority is not pushing Bentleys and flying Learjets, and so we speak the message of the people that's the majority and the people that's flossing, and it's just all angles. So we gonna, when the people decide, like, you know what, we heard your mixtapes, we heard a gang of singles, give us the album.
All right.
We gonna let the fans decide.
All right. What was the video that was filmed here in Montclair?
Get to Know Me Better.
Get to Know Me, yeah, that's the one. And I saw a little bit of this, guys, and it is fire. You need to be checking Daily Cypher every day to see when that's going to be up, all right? And a mixtape, too.
And we did it in the Script Club.
In the Script Club.
In the Script Club. So you know it's sex.
Thank you so much, dude, for sitting down. It's been really awesome. Thank you for coming. And guys, keep checking Daily Cypher.
This is the first
Daily
place.
Cypher. Yo, if you ain't feel it, you ain't touch it right. Let's do some negotiations. No
You heard it from Treach, yo. Daily Cypher.
Daily Cypher in the building.